Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to the last video of the Fortune Street playthrough. This video is not going to be very long. There's not going to feature any gameplay of any kind, so if you're expecting that, you will be sorely disappointed. I'm just going to be going over some of the other features I didn't cover in my playthrough and talk about a few other hidden secrets, I guess. And that's pretty much going to be it, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, in the actual playthrough, we've played through all 18 boards. We've played through all 18 boards twice, nonetheless, on both standard and easy rules. What else can we do with this game? Well, first of all, there is a Nintendo Wi-Fi connection feature, which allows you to play against other Fortune Street players across the globe. You can join a random match. You can add friend codes to your game, and you can actually play with people you know. Basically, you can play online. I will admit, the Fortune Street Online is actually pretty good. I have never really experienced any problems with it. It always moves very smoothly. Players don't usually drop out, and if they do, it's due to a connection problem, not because they actually, left the game. So yeah, it's actually a pretty solid online feature for this game. One thing I will say though, and this is more of a statement I'm making towards Nintendo. Nintendo! Mario Party 8 and Mario Party 9 do not have Wi-Fi, yet Fortune Street, whose games easily take at least twice the amount of time as a Mario Party 9 board would take, has online. Get your act together and frickin' add online to Mario Party. I swear to God, it needs it, and there's no excuse for it not to have it now. Statement over. Another thing I will mention is that the Wi-Fi mode basically takes the free mode, or free play mode version of playing, where it's basically you can play any board and you can actually adjust some of the settings. You can make the turn amounts longer than what they actually are and stuff like that. That's basically what you can do there. And also, the one problem I will say that the online has is that whenever somebody drops, regardless if it was an accident or a forced dropout, it does basically destroy the entire game. So if you have a sore loser who just doesn't like the way the game's going, they're probably going to quit and the whole game is going to die because of that. So make sure whenever you're playing with someone, make sure you're playing with someone who is actually committed to finishing the game. That's the only word of warning I'll give you. But yeah, now that we've gone over that, let's talk about some of these options down here. First you have the changing room and the costume shop. The changing room is where you can buy, pretty much equip your Mii with anything you've bought from the costume shop. You have clothes, accessories, and mascots, actions and styles of play. Clothes are basically any of the outfits I've worn, a lot of the costumes I've worn, all the Mario, Luigi, and Wario costumes, and basically any variation of shirts and pants I've worn in this playthrough. That's what you can pretty much find in the clothes section. You have casual wear, formal wear, sportswear, funny costume, and then of course the character sets. Those are all of your options. Next you have the accessories and mascots. This is where you can equip your character with wings. I never actually showed them because I don't like the way they look, but you can also put on tails. And of course you can also put the Mario mascots and all of the Dragon Quest mascots, like the Slime, the Goomba, the Koopa, the Rock Bomb, all those little critters and all the creatures that were following me around in some of the boards. This is where you can get them. As for some of the actual accessories, keep in mind that some clothes will not work with accessories, so if you have an accessory that won't work with an item of clothing, you can't put that clothing on, and vice versa. Next you have the actions, where you can basically change the animations of things your Mii character does, whether they're standing still, throwing the die, walking around the board, or just celebrating. And finally, we have the styles of play. One really cool thing about this game that I like is that, well, obviously, a lot of these games take an extremely long time to finish, so what the game developers have done with this game is they actually included a mode called Out for Lunch, where basically if you have to go somewhere but you want your game to progress, you can actually turn your Mii character into a computer AI, and the AI will actually play for you. It will basically progress the board until the game is over, and anything the AI does, it will count to all of your totals. So if you win, the win is going to be legitimate, and you can move on to the next one. So basically, it's an extremely cheap way to actually play this game, because if you have the right style of play equipped on your character, you can pretty much dominate every board without even lifting a finger. And I personally do not like that about the game. I don't like how, you can essentially cheat and unlock everything in this fashion, although I will admit that I have done it myself. But as far as my tour mode records and everything like that is concerned, everything I've gotten through tour mode is legitimate. All the gold medals I've gotten, those were done by my hand, they weren't done by my computer AI. Anything I have done with the computer AI is basically just playing it through free play mode on extremely long games, just so I can get a lot of stamps so I can buy all of the items. I'm actually still not done with all the items, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's essentially what the computer AI does, and you can use the personality and roles to actually determine what kind of AI your character is actually going to be. Dominating, which is the style of play I have on right now, is, in my opinion, the best AI, because it's essentially there to win. It'll dominate a lot of districts as much as it can. It'll be a master of stocks. It's pretty much dominating in every sense of the word, so I definitely recommend dominating. There's obviously going to be other modes of play. Some computers may not be as aggressive as others. Hell, look at just how the computer AIs for all the characters act. You have characters like Mario, who almost plays better than S-rank characters. You have characters like Waluigi and Bowser Jr., who, when they select a card, whenever they land on the Venture Square, they'll just mix up the board entirely. There's a lot of different styles of play. I can't really tell you about every single one of them. But, just experiment and you can see what each AI does. But I personally recommend dominating. Dominating is definitely the best one, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the changing rooms. So let's go ahead and look at my records in the display case. Here you can see all your trophies. Some of these trophies you can only get in free play mode because, well, for tour mode, because the games are so limited with how long they're actually going to last, some of these trophies are actually impossible to get on tour mode. One example is, let me find it. Yeah, this is actually one of the examples, because you can only get the bankruptcy bust if you bankrupt all 3 players. And, well, the gold version of the trophy. If you bankrupt 1 player, you'll get a bronze trophy. But if you want the gold, you have to bankrupt all 3. I'm pretty sure the same thing goes for Golden Globination, where you have to essentially take possession of all shops on the board. There's no way you're going to do that in tour mode because, well, either the game's going to end early by bankrupting somebody, or you're just going to have to eventually go back to the bank and there's no stopping it. So that's basically all I wanted to say about this. There's bronze, silver, and gold variations for every trophy. I believe I have all of the gold, so let's just cycle through these really quickly. Yep, there we go. Next we have venture cards. You get to see all of the venture cards that you've gotten in the playthrough. I've gotten every card, so all the venture cards are here for you to look at. I'm not going to look through all of them, though. Then you have characters. Just shows all of the characters in the game. You can look at their details and all of their actions and everything like that, which is kind of cool. Well, actually, hold on. As for clones, I believe these are just me characters that you've put onto this game data disc. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, basically you can put on another me, and the me will have whatever playstyle it's gotten from its owner, I guess you could say. And that's basically what this, just looking at all the clones you have on your game. And then we have the actual statistics. This just gives all of your stats basically for easy rules and standard rules. You have very simple stats like this where it shows how many times you've won or come in a specific position and how many games you've played in tour mode, in free battle, or even online battle. Then you have the actual records where you have stuff like, you know, the amount of sales you made, the amount of payments you've made, the most valuable shop you've ever had, stuff like that. And again, it's pretty much the same for standard rules too. So now let's actually look at player details, and there is one specific thing I want to point out here. As you can see, I have not bought everything. I have 376 out of 379 items. And if we take a trip back here and go to the shop, you will see that I've actually purchased everything. So, despite the fact I don't have everything, I apparently still have some stuff to buy, but I can't buy it. That is because some of the styles of play, or rather the roles and personalities, can only be unlocked by doing very specific things in tour mode. So, essentially you have to keep playing tour mode until you unlock them. The requirements is actually really unsure in order to get every single piece of equipment, every single role, every single personality, because there's easily about like 200 personalities and roles to acquire throughout this game. And each one has gotten, well, honestly it's hard to say how you get them all because there's so many of them. But, you know, there are a few roles that are kind of obvious. There's like one role that's called Buyout Happy, which in that case it just means you buy out properties a lot. There's one role called Over Affectionate, which means you'll buy shops from your opponents for an absurdly amount of cash. Like, I believe I got mine from just buying a property for over 10 times the amount the shop's actually worth. Just little conditions like that, that's how you end up unlocking some of the personality and roles you don't have. And I've apparently not unlocked everything, so that's basically the reason why it's like that for me. But yeah, if you want to unlock everything, you have to play this game a lot, and that's one of the few reasons why I don't regret using the Out to Lunch feature for this game, because honestly, if I didn't, there'd be no way I'd be able to unlock as many items as I have right now. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and say that. Then you have the options, which, well, they're just the game options you see during mode of play anyway. And last but not least, you have save and quit, where you can, well, save your game and quit and select another file. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know if I actually was able to get the credits or not, but whether I got them or not, I'll go ahead and just close the project here. This has been a very interesting playthrough. It's been a very long playthrough too. From what I remember correctly, this playlist is over 100 videos, and it's over 48 hours of content, making it, I don't know if I'd say it's the longest project on my channel, but it is definitely one of the longest. And the fact that I did essentially every board twice, it's kind of hard, it's not really hard to see why. But I don't regret doing the game twice, essentially. It was a lot of fun. I really loved this game when I first picked it up, despite how frustrating it made me when I first played it. But it's a really cool game. It has a lot of very unique strategy elements to it, and it's a lot of fun, honestly. Hell, for the first time I was actually able to play this game in person with my girlfriend a few weeks back, and then I've also played with a few other people online, and it is actually really fun to play with people, so I can understand this project not being super exciting playing against computers, but you guys always love when I play and react to what computer players do to screw me over, so I figured it wouldn't have bothered you guys, and I have a lot of people who actually really enjoyed this project, and I'm glad I could actually do this for you. I probably won't do another project like this for a while, especially a project that requires me to play through multiple times, because, well, let's just say this project definitely drained me. It drained me in ways I never thought I could be drained before, so yeah, I'm going to hold off on doing a project like this for a very, very long time. But nonetheless, it was really fun. I'm glad I got to show this game off for what it is, and I hope I converted a lot of people into Fortune Street fans. This game, I believe, is still being sold in retail, so you should be able to find this game with no problem. Even if it's a Wii game and not a Wii U game, hey, you can play Wii games on Wii U, so it's a good title to have. It really is, honestly. I fully recommend it. I really do. But with that, I think I'm going to let the credits play and leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Fortune Street playthrough. I'll see you guys this next weekend for another weekend project series I'm going to be starting. It's not going to be Mario Party related or board game related, but it is something that I am going to hope will kind of follow in the footsteps of my board playthroughs, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So this has been SlimKirby. This has been Fortune Street. I'll see you guys for our next project. Later, folks. Don't forget that the Fortune Street playthrough is affiliated by YouTube channel FiaKitty and her website strawberrymilkshake.com. Go to her website to find out how to buy some Fortune Street memorabilia, with all profits going to the Random Acts organization, a nonprofit organization that raises money for people through random acts of kindness. The website is in the video description, and you can go there to find out more information. Till now, see you guys next time.